Hello and welcome to today's practice. Namaste. My name is Queren Abreu and today I'll be guiding you into a welcoming balance flow. In today's practice, we'll be focusing on finding balance in the present moment. So it's an invitation to connect with your inner wisdom and savor each movement connected with your breath. So if you have any sort of injuries or experience any sort of sharp pain during the practice, pull out and go to a restorative pose. It can be Shavasana or Child's Pose. Always making decisions from your inner wisdom and never from your ego. Connecting yourself to your intuition, listening to your body, and doing exactly what your body needs. You are in charge of your practice. So yeah, that being said, it's nice that you have your props around, very handy in case you need them. So you can have 2 blocks, a strap, and maybe a pillow in case you need to make yourself more comfortable. So let's start today's practice sitting on a comfortable seated position. It can be an easy pose, hero's pose, lotus, half lotus, whatever feels good to you. You can even use a block to sit on the block to help you to lengthen your spine and also release this groin area and the other joints that might be tensioned. Take a few moments here to do a little body scan and just feel how the energy is circulating all over your body. Paying attention to the areas you have some tensions, maybe slight pain, where you feel heat, where you feel cold. Doing the best to keep your spine very straight, your neck nice and long. From your waistline to the bottom, you're feeling yourself grounded. From the waistline up, you're feeling yourself almost gravitating towards the ceiling, like a golden thread is pulling you upwards here from the top of the crown of your head. By sitting here, aligning yourself, connecting yourself to the present moment, you can start paying attention on your inhales and exhales. To help you stay focused, I highly suggest that you use a Pigeon mudra, which is basically bringing the tips of the thumbs and the index together like this, and placing the hands on the top of your knees. Inhale deeply, exhale, side out. Feeling the energy flowing slightly differently, just by you aligning your spine and sitting consciously. And right now, I also invite you to start activating your Mula Bandha, engaging your pelvic floor muscles. That is the space between the pubic bone and the tailbone. Engage the muscles and pull the energy upwards, preventing your energy from just going completely out of your body. By activating the Mula Bandha, we make sure the energy is going to be retained and we have a better use of our energy throughout the practice, allowing ourselves to be grounded and to work the root chakra. Inhale through your nose, exhale, side out. And now that you're feeling yourself a little bit more aligned, you can start setting up the intention for today's practice. The intention can be anything. For example, my intention for today's practice is to be 100% present here and now. Setting up your intention. You're also going to start with a full yogic breath, Dirga Pranayama. So the inhale through the belly, ribs and chest. Exhale through the chest, ribs and belly. Once more. Inhale, belly, ribs and chest. Exhale, chest, ribs and belly. Inhale, belly, ribs and chest. Exhale, chest, ribs and belly. Inhale, belly, ribs and chest. Exhale, chest, ribs and belly. Doing on your own rhythm, your own pace. Trying to really expand on the inhale fully. On the exhale, you also exhale fully. Exhale, side out. And take a few moments here to feel how the energy is changing the dynamics throughout your entire body. Can you stay completely grounded, completely present? Now introducing your Ujjayi breath throughout the entire practice. You're going to inhale through your nose, making a little contraction of the epiglottis and through the back of the throat, making a seashell sound. Exhale through your nose, also making the seashell sound. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Ujjayi breath. I invite you to keep this breathing throughout your entire practice. It's going to help you to keep the focus and also keep the heat, the warmth inside your body. A few more breaths. On the next inhale, we prepare for our Om. Rub your palms and gently, very gently, place your palms on your eyes, absorbing the energy of your palms throughout your eyes. All the 5 elements. And gently, very gently open your eyes. And very slowly and gently, hands down. Now I invite you to change the crossing of your legs. So the leg that was in the bottom goes to the top. The one that was in the top goes to the bottom. And we are going to start our warm-up section for today's practice. So we can start with some neck rolls, rolling to the right. And also some wrist rotation, rotating outwards. Doing on your own rhythm, your own pace. Very gently, very slowly, you're starting to warm up your muscles. Telling your body what you're about to do for the next hour. Inhale back to center. A moment to notice the differences between the sides of the body. Exhale, do it to the other side. So now you're rotating your wrists inwards and your neck you're rolling towards the left. Nice and easy. Don't push yourself too much. No, these first moments. Neck rolls, wrist rotations. Inhale back to center. We're going to do some shoulder rolls here, shoulder rotations, backwards. Make this feel good to you. You're waking up your body. Trying to connect the movements with your breath. I'm already warming up, I'm already feeling sweaty. I hope you're also getting warm. Exhale, invert. Rolling the shoulders frontwards. Inhale back to center and take a few moments to notice the differences on the energetic dynamics. Your body's starting to vibrate intensely. And now removing the block from under your hips, you're going to your mat, finding your tabletop position. Bring your props very close to you, just in case you need to have them handy. And now on tabletop, your hands are parallel. They are aligned with your shoulders. Your wrists, elbow, and shoulders are stacked. Your knees are also parallel, aligned with your hips. And from here, you're going to cat and cow. So inhale, open the chest, lift up the tailbone, arch in the back. Exhale, rounding the back, tucking the tailbone and the chin. Once more, inhale, open the chest, lifting up the tailbone, arch in the back. Exhale, round the back, tucking up the chin and the tailbone. Inhale, open the chest, arch in the back. Exhale, round in the back, tucking the chin and the tailbone. Do here on your own rhythm, your own pace, finding your own balance. And you can also start making this cat and cow very fluid, so you can add some stretches to the sides of your body while you're inhaling and exhaling. Once more, I'm saying make this feel good to you. This might look very weird, but feels so good. Cat and cows are fluid here. Inhale back to center. And now we are going to start going to our first downward facing dog. So first we are going to sit here in Malasana, sitting on our heels. We are going to ground our hands on the floor, tuck our toes, and start lifting up our hips. And just stay here on this first down dog. You don't need to stretch your legs completely. Just feel here without making any movement. How is your body doing? Inhale, look forward, stepping forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folding from your hips. You can grab your shins, or if you're more flexible, you can ground your hands on the floor, elongating the spine and the neck, going to your Uttanasana, forward bend. Here on Uttanasana, the priority is to align the spine, so you can bend your knees as much as you need, and try to make your neck very elongated together with your spine here. So tuck your chin. You can grab a hold of your elbows here and swing side to side. And just feel the release. Each inhale, you create space. Each exhale, you sustain the space you created. Keeping your Ujjayi breath. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, micro bend on your knees, and you're going to roll yourself up vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, arms up, hands to touch, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands by the side of your body, Tadasana. So take a few moments here to feel this Tadasana pose. Your feet are parallel. You can slightly touch your tailbone here. Draw the navel in, open the chest, roll the shoulders up and down. Chin parallel to the floor. You can also activate your Pada Bandha. So grounding through all corners of your feet. Lift your toes up, and then on the exhale, ground your toes back to the floor. Feeling your feet completely engaged and activated. Take a few more breaths. Tadasana. Now, as a movement meditation, we are going to start our series of Surya Namaskara. So, inhale, arms up, lengthen, hands up to touch, gaze up. Exhale, bending from your hips, going to your Uttanasana, forward bend. You can grab your shins or hands grounded here on the floor and feel this Uttanasana. Lifting your tailbone up, drawing the navel in so you can elongate even more through your vertebrae. Neck nice and long, tuck your chin. Most of your weight it's on your toes, so you bring here to the front of the feet. And just stay here, breathing deeply. Deep inhalations, long exhalations. Inhale, you can grab your elbows again and swing side to side once more. Trying to bring some little stretches to the side body. Inhale back to center and use your inhalations and exhalations to really create space between the vertebrae. And maybe reach even deeper. You might feel your crown of the head closer to the floor here or to your legs. You might feel that your tailbones are lifting even higher and upper. Drawing your navel in really helps you to keep your spine nice and straight. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold once more. Micro bend on the knees and start rolling up, raise up, arms up, hands to touch. Last thing to come up is the head, gaze up. Exhale, hands to chest. Just taking a few moments here to feel the energy throughout your body. In Tadasana. And now linking each movement with your breath. Inhale, arms up, hands to touch. Exhale, you're going to dive in forward to your forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands down and then bring your feet to the back of the mat, finding your plank pose. Here on the plank pose, your feet are hip width apart. Your hands are stacked under the elbows and the shoulders. Drawing the navel in. You have the option to put your knees on the floor, hug the elbows in, and bend your elbows in Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra. Hugging the elbows in, really pressing through the tops of your toes. Activating your back muscles. Exhale, slowly finding your tabletop position, tucking your toes, elevating your hips to your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Here on this down dog, your feet is parallel and aligned with your hips. Your hands parallel, your index fingers pointing forward. You have a spider grip, so you're distributing your weight throughout your entire palm, not only collapsing here and putting all of your weight on your wrists. So use your inner knuckles, use the fingertips to distribute this weight. Most of the weight can be on the index and the thumbs. Microbend here on the elbows if you tend to hyperextension, and elongate your spine, elongate your neck. Maybe you can stretch your legs and maybe your heels can touch the floor. But the most important here is to elongate the spine, elongate the neck. Spine always comes first. Slightly inner rotation of the thighs here, external rotation of the shoulder, and inner rotation of the forearms. Inhale, look between your hands, feet together. Exhale, slowly you can step to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, microbend on the knees. Rise up, hands up to touch. Gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Once more. Inhale, hands up, gaze up. Exhale, dive into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms and find yourself in plank position. From here, you have the option to do knees, chest, and chin, or shift your weight forward, hug the elbows in, and Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. On the upward facing dog, your knees and thighs are off the floor, pressing throughout the top of your feet. Your arms are straight, microbending the elbows if you tend to hyperextend. Your chest is open. Exhale, you can find your way to tabletop and downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, drawing the navel in, really engaging through your legs, so activate your kneecaps by lifting the kneecaps. Spider grip on your hands. Inhale, feet together. Look between your hands, and from here you can step or jump forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, microbend on the knee and rise up, hands up to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Once more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, dive into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, finding your way to plank pose. Inhale, knees, chest, and chin. And exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, elevating your hips, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, looking towards your navel. Your hands are active. Your feet are also engaged. Inhale, feet together, and exhale, step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Here you have the option to bring the toes together in a little space between your heels. Inhale, arms up, raise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. On next inhale now, you're going to bring your right foot to the back of your mat. You find your feet parallel here. The toes are slightly in, the heels slightly out, so you can find your wide stance to go to Prasarita Padottanasana. Here, inhale, arms to the sides. Exhale. Inhale, now you can interlace your fingers behind your back. Open the chest. And exhale, fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Activate your legs here, engaging your muscles. Lift up your kneecaps, pressing through the outer edges of your feet. If possible, knuckles over the head. Tailbone up, drawing the navel in. If possible, crown of the head on the floor. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Inhale. Exhale. On the next inhalation, you're going to sweep your hands to the floor very carefully and slowly. Exhale, going a little bit deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Once more, inhale, lengthen. Like a wave in the ocean. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale for the last time, fold. Inhale, hands to the hips. Exhale fully. And on the next inhalation, you bring yourself up. Take a few moments here to feel the effects of this little inversion on your body. What are the sensations you're feeling on your groin crease, on your legs, on your shoulders? On the next inhalation, you can turn the top of your left foot to the front of your mat. Take a moment here to see if your front heel is aligned with the middle of your back foot arch, and you start slowly and gently bending the front knee, going to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Your hands are stretched out like a T arms. Your heels are aligned with your ankles, never passing this ankle line here, so you don't put too much pressure and tension onto your knee joints. Protect your knee joints, but always stacking the knee on the ankle. And if possible, you can even widen your stance so you can make your front leg parallel to the floor, your front thigh. Drawing the navel in, opening your hips. Your back leg is engaged, your kneecap is lifted, pressing through the outer edges of the back foot. Engaged. Shoulders away from the ears. So you may ask sometimes, why do we do these poses? Here in Warrior 2, we're really helping ourselves to ground and strengthen by opening the hips, strengthening our legs, our arms and shoulders. And we find a focal point, building focus. And Bruce Lee said that a warrior is an average person with a laser-like focus. So let's be warriors and build our focus here. Inhale, drawing the navel in. Exhale, flip your front palm, reversing your warrior. You can have your right hand here on your calf to help you balance. Exhale, Pashmo, side angle pose. And here you have the level 1 option to rest your elbow on the top of your knee. Level 2, to put your hand here on the floor right next to your foot. Your right arm up and over the head. Level 3, you're going to bring this dorsal part of your right hand right here behind your back and maybe grabbing the inner thighs of the left leg. And here you can make your adjustments to maybe go to level 4, that it's going for a bind. Open the chest, look up. Paying attention in all sensations of your body. Inhale gently. Reverse the warrior. Inhale, exhale. And inhale. Back to warrior 2. Stretch your left leg and bring your feet parallel again, facing the lateral part of your mat. Now your toes out and your heels in, and you're going to find yourself into goddess pose. You can bring your hands right next to your knees and just take a few moments here to feel. How is your body responding to this pose right now, to this asana? You know, the goddess pose is a pose that really works here, the pelvic floor, really works on grounding. Open up our hips, and we tend to store a lot of emotions in this hips area, so it's really interesting to notice all sorts of thoughts that come out. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, you go for a twist, so you bring your right shoulder to the midline, open the left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist into the other side, so the left shoulder to the midline, open the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twisting again. Right shoulder to the midline, left shoulder open. Inhale, back to center. Exhale for the last time, twisting to the other side. Left shoulder to the midline, right shoulder open. Trying to twist from your hips, from your navel, and leaving your hips exactly where they are. Exhale, back to center. If you need to, you can take a break by elevating your hips a little bit more and straightening your legs, but don't straighten them completely. If you're up for the challenge, you can stay here as deep as you can, just observing your body. Goddess pose. Really keeping your feet rooted and grounded. You're strong, you're stable. Foundation is everything. Inhale, lift your hips up, rise up, hands up. Finding your balance. Exhale, hands to heart center. And now, parallel of feet again. And just take a moment to feel how are the sensations of your body. How's the energy running throughout your legs, your feet, your chest, your back. On the next inhalation, you start to prepare to do the warrior to the other side. So take your right toes to the front of your mat and make sure that your front heels are aligned with the middle arches of your back foot. Inhale. On the exhalation, start bending the right leg, finding that 90-degree angle here on the front leg. Making sure your knees are not passing the ankle line. Open up your hips. Stretch your arms. Shoulders away from the ears. Laser-like focus. And if possible, you can look towards the middle finger of your right hand. If you feel like you can do a little bit more of a challenging, you can widen your stance and start making your thighs parallel to the floor. Open the chest, draw the navel in. Warrior 2. Laser-like focus. On the next inhalation, you're going to flip your right palm and reverse your warrior. If possible, gaze up. Bring space between your ribs. And exhale, Pashmo. And do it like you did on the other side. So level 1, resting the elbow on the knee. Level 2, hand on the floor right next to the foot. Level 3, you're bringing this left arm behind your back and maybe grabbing the inner right thigh. And you can always adjust here your back foot to be a little bit closer to give you more stabilization. On every asana, we first look for stabilization, for grounding, and then for the stretching. Open the chest. If you're up for the challenge, go for the bind. But keeping your chest up and open. Gaze up. Keeping your Ujjayi breath. Doing your best to keep yourself grounded and present. Inhale, coming back, reversing your warrior. Very slowly and carefully, finding your way. And exhale, warrior 2. Ooh. Inhale, strengthen your right leg. Feet parallel. And just take a moment here to feel the effects of these poses on your body. Once more, going to goddess pose, finding your goddess. Your heels are in, your toes are out. Just do your squat. Always taking care so your knees are not going to be over with too much tension over them. So try always to keep this logic of the knees stacked on the ankles, even here on goddess. Drawing the navel in, putting your hands here on your thighs, resting on the knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Left shoulder to the midline. Open the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Twisting to the other side. Left shoulder to the midline. Right shoulder to the midline, sorry. And left shoulder open. Inhale, back to center. Once more. Left shoulder to the midline. Right shoulder open. Do it on your own pace, your own rhythm. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the other side. Finding grace in every moment. Inhale, back to center. Last time, twisting here, connecting each movement with your breath. This is also kind of a balancing pose. Your feet are on a not so usual position here. Inhale back to center, sustaining your goddess here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lifting up your hips, rise up, straighten your legs, hands up. Namaste to heart center. Now, heel toes your feet together until you have them hip width distance. And find your Tadasana here. Just so you can take a moment to feel all the effects of the last movements on your body. Inhale deeply, exhale side out. Now bringing your feet a little bit further, wider than your hips, you're going to point your toes out, heels in. Inhale, lengthen, arms up, gaze up. Ksepana mudra. So interlace all your fingers but the indexes. And exhale, squat in Malasana, the Yogi squat. You can adjust your pose here by bringing your feet together. If you find this pose to be very challenging for you, you always have the option to sit on the block and just rest here, keeping the focus on the alignment of your back. Or you can widen also your stance. This also makes this a little bit more comfortable, I would say. So find your way here to Malasana. Use your elbows to press your knees out, pressing through the outer edges of your feet. Open the chest, tuck the tailbone, and breathe in here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Once more, Ksepana mudra. So interlace all your fingers by your indexes. You're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, release. On the next inhale, you're going to rise up, finding your Tadasana. Feet parallel, hips distance. Slightly tucking your tailbone, rolling your shoulders up and back, opening up your chest, chin parallel. Find a focal point in front of you. Now we are going to prepare for Vrksasana, or tree pose. So we are going to balance only in one leg, and you're going to find a focal point, a drishti, that is going to help you to keep your balance. The good thing about balancing poses is that we really have to keep ourselves 100% in the present moment. There is no time for mind wandering, no time for thinking about your to-do lists, because when you have to balance in one foot, you really have to bring all of your power of your mind here and now. So I find it very interesting, and you can always make it a little bit more comfortable by choosing the level of your preferences, or a little bit more challenging, depending on how you feel, what you want to do today. So shifting your weight onto the all corners of your left foot. Here you have level 1 option, that is to bring the soles of your right foot right here on the side of your ankle. Level 2, here on the sides of your calf. And level 3, here on your inner thighs, but never do here on the height of your knees, okay? So you can protect your knee joints. Find the level that is most comfortable for you. Find your focal point, so you can use your drishti to keep yourself balanced. And open up your hips here, so bring your knees to the side so you can feel your hips really opening. Draw your navel in, activate your glutes so you can have a little help to stabilize your hips. Your hands can be in Anjali Mudra on your heart center. Or maybe you bring your arms up, shoulders away from the ears. And maybe you gaze up. Activate your standing leg here, lifting your kneecap, grounding through all the corners of your feet. And if you fall, it's not a problem, right? If you fall, it's just because you're trying. And it's the same thing in life. If we fall, we stand up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, both feet grounded on the floor. Take a few moments here to shake your hands, your feet. And go back to Tadasana and observe the differences on the sides of your body. How is the energy on your left leg and on your right leg? Any wiggling sensations? Where you feel heat, where you feel cold. Exhale fully. And now preparing to do for the other side. So shift your weight onto all four corners of your right foot. And you have level 1, can bring the soles of your left foot here. Right next to your right ankle. Level 2 is to bring to the sides of the calf. And level 3 here on the inner thighs. Never on the knees. And you might find some differences between each side, so I really have a little bit more of challenge to balance on my right side. I don't know exactly why, but this balancing postures and all the postures actually, or the asanas in the practice, they kind of mirror our daily habits. So sometimes we're doing a routine and we actually are not so mindful about the way we move, about the way we work, about the way we do things. And the yoga practice really presents us an opportunity to balance all these habits so we can keep ourselves balanced. Inhale, hands in Anjali Mudra in front of the chest. And maybe your hands are up. Maybe you gaze up. Whoop. You're just moving like a tree here on the wind. Open up your knees to the side. Using your glutes to stabilize your hips. Exhale, release. Stay a few moments here in Tadasana so you can really feel all these benefits on your body. Exhale. On the next inhalation, you're going to find yourself on your Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. And just stretch here on your Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Drawing the navel in. You're going to lift your right leg up and back. You bend your knee, open up your hip, trying to keep your shoulders square. And on the exhale, you're going for your pigeon. So you're going to bring your right knee next to your right wrist. Back leg down. Untuck your toe. And here, if you find this very challenging, you can bring, I'm going to turn here so you can see me on this side. You can bring your heel right next to your groin, in case this feels more comfortable for you. If you want some extra challenge, you start to parallel your shin to the front of the mat. And here you can also use a little block on your right hip and sit here on the block in order to keep your hips very squared. Choose what is the option that is best for you. I'm going to remove the blocks here for today. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe your forearms are here on the floor. Or you'll go to the next level where you're completely down, squaring your hips. Inhale, lift up. And now you're going to bring your left leg here in front of you, or more to your side, finding your right sole on your inner left leg, inner left thigh, or you can even widen even more this leg, so you find yourself on a wider Yamashira. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Keep your feet flexed and your legs engaged. Engage your left kneecap too, so you can protect your knee joint here. Drawing the navel in and going and folding as much as you can. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe your head and forehead touches the ground. Inhale, back to center. Now finding your Pavrita Yamashira. So your left elbow, it's here right next to your left knee. You're going to open up the side of your body here, the side of your torso, breathing through your right ribs. Your right arm is up, and maybe it goes above your head. And maybe you can grab your toes here and open up your chest. Don't worry so much about grabbing the toes. The most important thing here is to keep your chest open, so you can really stretch here on the side of your body. Inhale, back to center. Take a few moments here for you to feel how is the energy running throughout your body. Exhale deeply. Inhale, bring your soles of feet together, finding your Dandasana, butterfly pose. If this pose is very challenging for you, you can also have the help of your blocks, putting the blocks under your knees. If not, you can just start flying your butterfly by moving your legs a little. Inhale, back to center. Lengthen. And now take a moment to look to your feet and maybe leave the arches of your feet up, open like a book. You can grab your toes, but don't elevate your feet here. Leave your feet grounded on the floor. Inhale, open the chest and lengthen. Exhale, slowly and very carefully, you start to bend forward. Maybe your hands on the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe your forehead on the floor. Always listening to your body, never making decisions from your ego, but from your inner wisdom. Do what's best for you here. Inhale, back to center. Hands up, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Oh my God, this feels so good. Now we are going to prepare to do for the other side. So inhale, finding your way back here to Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Now the left leg up and back. Bend the knee, open up the hips. Try to keep your shoulders square. Engage your back leg. Exhale, finding your pigeon. So your left knee right next to your left wrist. Untuck your toes. If it feels more comfortable for you, you can bring your heel right next to your groin. It's an easier pigeon. Or if you're up for the challenge, you can try to parallel your shin with the front part of your mat. Remember that you always have your block here to help keep your hips parallel, in case you need. Inhale, lengthen, making sure that your back leg is aligned with your hips. Your toes are pressing on the floor, and some people even find more comfortable to have the feet flexed here. I personally prefer to have them on top. Inhale up, exhale maybe the forearms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe you completely folding on your pigeon. Inhale, rise up and bringing your back leg right here to your side, finding your Yamashira or widening up your legs even more to find a wider Yamashira. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So the soles of your left foot is right here on your inner right thigh, right next to your groin area. Inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, maybe your forearms here, resting on the floor. Inhale, lengthen, and maybe your forehead resting on the floor. Flex your feet, activate your kneecaps. Engage your leg muscles. Drawing the navel in is going to allow you to go even deeper on your forward fold. On each inhalation, you create space. On every exhalation, you sustain that space and maybe go a little bit further. Inhale back to center, preparing for Pavrita Yamashira. So right elbow right next to your right knee. Open up your chest here to stretch the side body. Left leg, left arm up. And maybe grabbing your toes. But remember, the main thing here is to keep your chest open. Inhale, rise up, back to center. And just take a few moments to feel here. Bring the soles of your feet together. Padottanasana. You can grab your ankles or your toes. Arches of the feet open like an open book. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, going for the fold. At your own extension, paying attention to what your body is saying to you. Drawing the navel in. Inhale deeply and long exhalations. Inhale back to center. Stretch your legs in front of you, preparing for staff pose, Dandasana. Here in Dandasana, you're going to plant your palms grounding on the floor and straighten your arms, keeping a micro bend on your elbows in case you tend to hyperextension. Activate your legs, activate your kneecaps here. Flex your feet, drawing the navel in. Tuck your chin on your throat. Exhale, release. Inhale, hands up, arms up. Exhale, going to Pashmo Tanasana, forward bend. Make sure you keep activating your legs here, lifting up your kneecaps, flex your feet. And here you can grab your shins, or even if you have a strap next to you, take the strap and put on the balls of your feet. Trying to keep your spine elongated and strengthened. Neck nice and long, drawing the navel in, and then you can fold. You can also grab on the outer edges of your feet, maybe grab your toes, or if you're super flexible, you can also grab one wrist. Just do what feels best for you today. Deep breaths, deep inhales, long exhales. Inhale back to center, lengthen up, arms up. And exhale, you're going to find yourself laying on your back. I'm going to turn here, so it's better for you to watch. But you can just lay on your back the way you are. Vertebra by vertebra. On the floor here. And now you're going to make a little stretch so you can interlace your fingers and just stretch your arms over your head. Stretch your feet, also go into the opposite direction, like as if someone is pulling your feet and also pulling your hands. So you can stretch your back here. Bring your legs together, your feet together, your knees together, and just try to keep your lower back very grounded. Your palms grounding here on the floor too. And you start to elevate your legs up to 90-degree angle, drawing the navel in. And then slowly the legs down. Once more, interlacing your fingers and pulling your hands and your feet in the opposite direction so you can straighten and lengthen your spine. Exhale, release. And now you can hug your knees, go into Uttanasana. You can rock side to side, making a little massage on your lower back, releasing any unnecessary tension from the body. This feels so good. Inhale back to center. Plant the soles of your feet right next to your glutes, your buttocks. Buttocks, I never know how to say this word. Anyways, you're going to ground your hands on the ground. And slowly, very gently, you're going to start lifting your hip up. Going to bridge pose. And here, when you're in bridge, you can bring your shoulders together, your shoulder blades together. So it can help you to create a better foundation and structure for this pose. Maybe you want to interlace your fingers behind your back. And breathe. Your knees are pointing forward, your feet is grounded. You're opening your chest and maybe even trying to bring your chin away from the chest so you can create even more space here on your throat. Exhale, slowly down with the hips, vertebrae by vertebrae, on the floor, feeling the release. Whew, that was bridge pose. Once more, you can straighten your legs and stretch your arms over your head, stretch your legs here, stretching your spine, and then bringing your knees to your chest, grabbing your toes or the outer edges of your feet and finding your happy baby pose. Lower back is on the floor, the soles of your feet pointing upwards. You can swing side to side like a happy baby. Inhale. Inhale back to center, and we are going to a supine twist. So bring your legs together. Grab a hold of your left knee, straighten your right leg. And here, you're going to shift your weight onto your right hip, twisting your left knee to your right side. Open up your arms, or maybe cactus your arms, and you can start looking towards your left. Both shoulders are grounded on the floor, and gravity will bring your left knee down. Inhale deeply. Exhale, side out. Inhale back to center, and now changing the twist position. So flex your right leg, grabbing your right knee. Your left leg straight on the floor. And you start twisting, shifting your weight to your left hip, twisting your right knee to your left side. You can stretch your arms by your side, like a T arms, or maybe cactus your arms. Both shoulders are grounded, and gravity will bring your right knee on the floor. Inhale deeply. Exhale, side out. Inhale back to center. For the last time, hug your elbows, hug your knees. And find your way to Shavasana, corpse pose. Shavasana. Release your toes, your ankles, your lower legs, knee joints, upper legs, hip joints. Feel your legs completely heavy on the floor. Release your lower back, your shoulders, your neck, your head, your elbows, your wrists, your hands, palms up. Feel your upper body completely heavy on the floor. Shavasana. You can start releasing your breath here, coming back to your natural breathing. Relax the space between the eyebrows, your eyes. Relax your throat, your jaw, your lips. Shavasana is where we start to integrate all the benefits of the whole practice. So it's really important to dedicate some time to be here completely surrendered to gravity, completely surrendered to Mother Earth. You came to your mat. You did the good work. And now it's time to surrender. Feel the energy waves throughout your body. Feel completely relaxed. If a thought comes to your mind, you just observe it as it comes and as it goes, like clouds on the sky, without any attachment, without any judgment. We just observe. on each inhalation, you bring so much life force and vitality, so much prana to your bodies, your physical body, your energetic body, your emotional body, your mental body. All vitalized by your breath. Keeping yourself grounded, totally present on the present moment, here and now. Nothing else matters. Shavasana. You're strong, you're wise, you're an observer. You're connecting to your inner space, your soul space, Atman. Your unchanging self. Feel the benefits of this practice, all the power and energy you've been generating throughout your movements. Your body is strong, your body is wise. You're not just a body, but on this life, you experience your experiences, your daily life throughout your body. So take a time now to really deeply connect with your body. Your body speaks with you from a place of silence, so take this next silence moment to listen to what your body has to tell you. Shavasana, surrender. Now I invite you to start feeling your heart expanding. Expanding so much that you feel so much joy, so much love, so much presence, so much energy emanating from you throughout your heart. And you taking this energy and bringing to Mother Earth, feeling the ground underneath you, receiving this energy. And this energy is coming back throughout your body. Mother Earth is giving back the energy. And you keep this cycle of giving your energy to Mother Earth, grounding yourself, and receiving the energy from Mother Earth, expanding yourself in love, in kindness, in peace, pure bliss. Feel this connection. Take a deep breath now, and you can start wiggling your toes, bringing some movements to your body, bringing your awareness to the room you are right now. Moving your toes, your hands, your arms, your legs. Stretching, doing what feels good for you right now. And slowly you turn to one side. You can use your biceps as pillows. Go into a fetus position. Still feeling grounded here by Mother Earth. On the next inhalation, with the help of your hands and arms, you bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Inhale deeply, exhale side out. Inhale, arms up, hands up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. I invite you to place your hands on your heart right now, on your chest, and really feel your heart beating. Still feeling this connection to Mother Earth here and now. Slowly open up your eyes. Side out. Inhale, prepare for a Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace be to all, peace be to all, peace be to all. Rub your palms and slowly and very gently placing your palms over your eyes. Absorbing all the energy from your palms, all the 5 elements. Slowly and very gently open your eyes and slowly and very gently bring your palms down to Mother Earth, grounding your palms onto the floor. Still feeling this connection. Feel free to sing together with the mantra. Open up your heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. May the benefits of this practice be dedicated to all sentient beings. Namaste.